Greetings, Carl from Klie Law. Today I'm going to be talking about the role that fault plays in splitting of marital assets. One spouse being at fault and causing the breakdown of the marriage is one of the many factors the court will consider in separating assets. In the most simple terms, separating marital assets starts by taking the value of all the stuff acquired during the marriage and subtracting the debts. What is left is the net value of the marriage, with an equal portion going between the parties. Now that does not mean that the judge is going to order everything sold, because life is more complicated than a simple equation. For starters, each spouse values different things. However, it does provide a simple illustration for a starting point. How does fault influence the splitting of marital stuff, and what is fault? When we are talking about fault, it is simply a reason why one spouse may be more responsible for the breakdown of the marriage than the other one. Examples can be adultery, domestic violence, abandonment. And the question most often asked is, do I still have to share my home, my retirement, my savings with a partner who is responsible for the divorce? The answer is yes, but how much depends on what specific reasons there are and presenting good arguments to the judge why that share of the marital assets should be less. However, it will be unlikely the court will completely cut a spouse out of their portion of any marital assets. Fault may also be a strong factor in other considerations, such as spousal support, but regardless of fault, and regardless of whether something is a marital asset, the court is going to want to see a broadly equal division or fair division in those marital assets. That is, it's complicated and a nuanced topic, but it helps to understand the starting presumption that each spouse begins the divorce with. To better understand how equitable distribution will affect your divorce, please call an experienced attorney at Klie Law Offices. We can help make sure that your life's work is protected, and get started today.